Hello, I'm Angela, also known as Chaotic Neutral and Dog, and this is the Pan That Palette video. Oh my god, finally. If you've been around, which a lot of you have, thank you, thank you. I've been doing the Pan Those Eyeshadows and Pan That Palette for years, but this past year especially has been very challenging and updates have been very sparse. And I haven't even updated you yet on the Pan That palette. This year I am separating the Pan Those Eyeshadows from the Pan That palette as far as videos go. So if you are looking for my Pan Those Eyeshadows video, I have already uploaded it about a month ago. I'm going to try to get y'all the update soon, but it might be at the end of August. I am not sure. I'm just trying to get you the Pan That palette update for now. And my Pan That palette is the Morphe Such a Gem palette. It's the 39S. Yeah. I think so. Okay, for now we will go to the Pan That palette of my project this year. So no new pans for the Pan That palette. I know I won't say I'm sorry because I'm not, but I'm a little not too exciting. But what will be exciting is at the end of this video, after I go over the Pan That palette, I will also kind of attach some other items that I'm trying to pan. I used to try to do a whole collection project pan video, and I just was really bad at maintaining any updates or tracking on that. So I'm just gonna attach to this video at the end other items that aren't a palette or eyeshadows that I would like to pan. There's exciting things at the end regarding that, but not so much exciting with this. I was laughing at myself when I was doing my makeup for this video. This is my Pan That palette as it stands right now. But I was laughing because my previous video, I used pretty much all my Pan That palette shadows for that look. But for this video, the only shadow from this palette I used is Perfection in my inner corner. But there's three Pan Those eyeshadows on my eyes right now. So it got flipped. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I wish it was switched around so you could see these shadows on my eyes right now, but you get to see Perfection, so yay, good. Oh. My makeup use hasn't been the greatest since the start of this year, but I have not forgotten about my commitment to this palette. And these are how they look right now. I will hold it up. I'll hold it up a little closer. Maybe it'll still be in frame. I don't even have a good before picture. I'll take a screenshot from my previous video about this. Not my previous one, my first video this year. Sorry, again, at the beginning of the year, I just was a mess and wasn't good at keeping track of things. I didn't take a good picture of the whole palette. And I have a new phone, so the quality's better. But regardless, the changes that I know, so I kept track of shit. I did. I kept track of things by using this little illustration dealie. All these circles correspond with the circles in the palette. So, top row is the top row, second row, third, fourth, fifth. You can look at that really quick, and I'll go over the numbers. All right.
It's a party, all right.
So I have my laptop open below if you see a glow, just so that I have all the names of these shadows in this palette. Morphe palettes have an insert with names on it, but I threw that away a long time ago. It just kept coming out and bothering me. Make & Bank and Posh Bosh I didn't do any uses on. Bougie, which is this beautiful matte. Oh my god, I do love this one. I used it 4 times, most often with this shadow, which in a long ago video, I told y'all that this is my favorite shadow in the palette. And it's probably the only matte in this palette that I'm even close at all to panning. So maybe my next goal will be to pan that one, but let's get to that later. So Bougie I used 4 times, great. Did not use Dazzle Them at all. Perfection was the one I used the most. Now, I've also said that this is just the shadow I love as well, and I use all the time. So there's a pan in this one already from a past Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And Perfection I used 20 times since the beginning of the year, including the use today. So all these uses were since my video at the start of the year introducing this palette. This matte is called Super Swanky. I used this 4 times when I was in a neutrally mood, which was rarely, but 4 times for me is pretty good. This one is Flaunt It, did not use, but Plums Up I did use 5 times, as obviously you can see it's a very dark purple, kind of like rich, winey, I don't know, like winey kind of purpley red. And I use Plums Up all the time to darken my colorful looks because they maintain the color. But like this is a much more browny dark shadow, and I would not use this. I would use this for neutral looks, and I would use this for colorful looks to darken the look. Moving on to the second row, Marvelous, it's a pun, mauve-ulous. I did not use at all, but I'm looking at it and I think it would be really pretty on my nails. I really should try to use it. It looks like it could be really cute. I want to swatch it right now. Distraction. I guess I just don't notice it because it's not that sparkly in the pan. Oh my gosh, yeah, I should use it. It's really cute. Okay, new goal. I will try to use that a lot more, either on my nails or on my eyes, because I like it, and I could get pans easier on the shimmers. Then my fave shadow is Pink Prize. It's a matte bubblegum. I used that 9 times. I loved it. If I didn't use this to darken the shadow here, I use either this one or this one. What I love about this palette is how you can mix so many different shadows with the others. And with this, I would pick and choose either that one, that one, that one to pair with it. And it was beautiful all the time. Then I'm gonna go speed round these 3, which are Amethyst Awe, Treasure Trove, and Ritzy Rose. I didn't use at all. This one, which is Decadent AF, I used 4 times. This other neutral brown I used 4 times, and this one I used 4 times. I used them both together just to get a brownie neutral look. Then this one, which I just mentioned a little bit earlier, is, let me scroll down, Very Good, another pun. This one's full of puns, okay? I used this one 4 times. It's beautiful. One thing to note is that this shadow did stain my eyes, and I usually don't run into that problem, which this is understandable. Red dyes, which you can find in red eyeshadows or purple eyeshadows, they can stain your eyes, the pigment, and this one just happened to stain my eyes. I didn't really have much of an issue with any of the other ones, but it was this one, and so it doesn't bother me, but it was like, whoa, oh, all right, okay. And it was noticeable. That's Tempting, which is this dark brown. I only used once. I don't know, but I used it once. So then this third row, when this palette came out, these were new formulas at the time. At least that's what it was advertised. They're much softer shimmers. Most of them all look wet looking, except this one to me and this one, so I don't use them really. This one is Take the Crown, didn't use it at all. So this shadow is probably where you see the most progress if you compare it to the old photo. It's called Oh Yes.
Okay, mistakes have been made. Memory has failed me. This, I thought, okay. I thought I didn't make any pans in this palette. Maybe some of you have noticed that there is a new pan. If you're a very observant watcher, you might have caught my mistake. I have a new pan in this shadow, and it's a huge pan. How did I forget about this? I don't know.
But I've been using it on my nails like crazy. And this is such a big pan because it kind of crumbles the shimmer when you put your finger in it, at least for me. And when that happened, I'd have to be very careful and lay the palette flat and try to use that shadow as soon as possible, like the broken off parts of the pigment, because I didn't want to waste it. It would definitely encourage me to keep doing my nails with that shadow because it kept breaking off. Same with this one, and I'll get to that later. But you will see lots of big pan progress on these and a little bit of this one. But these were my favorites to use on my nails. Then this third one is Total Goals, did not use. This one is Catch the Light, and I used it 8 times. Did I say 9 times for this? I used this 8 times as well. Catch the Light I used 8 times, mostly for my nails, sometimes with the neutral looks when I use these two mattes. Then this shadow, I used Bling Thing twice. And I do remember I used this earlier on with my orange matte. That was one of my Pan Those eyeshadows. And it looks great. I like it. And then this one, I used a lot. I used it 10 times. Hey, I thought I used this one more, but I guess the pan's just bigger because of the pieces that broke off. But this I did use 10 times. It's called Here for It. And it's described as a holographic peony silk slip topper. Ooh, beautiful. And I really do like it. It's a purpley pink. This one's more pink, and this one has a purpley mix with pink, and I love that. Didn't use this one at all. It's called Strike a Pose. And if you peeked earlier on my account, I think it's actually interesting that aside from the top 3 rows, I barely ventured below the 3rd row. So let's go into the 2 shadows that I used out of these rows. I don't know what the deal is. I don't think I was in the mood for any of these shadows. These neutral shimmers don't interest me. But like, why didn't you use this brown instead of, I don't know. But this really, like, I should be using some of these mattes down here more. It's just the shimmers that are kind of weak for me. And I just don't like weak shimmers. I like bam shimmers, like no misunderstanding here. It's not a satin, it's not a matte, it's a freaking shimmer. Like, that's the type of stuff I like. And just some of these ones are not my thing. It's going to be a lot of work to try to get these shimmers on my eyes, honestly, because I'll probably top them with something else. And to me, that's a waste. But then it's also a waste that I don't use these. So anyways, I'm not going to go through all of these that I didn't use, but this one is one of the shadows that I did use in row 4. Row 5, I didn't use any of those. Row 4, I used 2. So this is one of those. I used Purple Majesty. Ooh. I used Purple Majesty twice. And like I said, I used it, I think, both times with this bubblegum pink. I liked the mix. It was really cute. And the other shadow I used was this matte all the way over here. It's called Why Not? It was in my Pan Those eyeshadows towards the end of the year last year. So that's why you see such a dip going on, but no pan. And otherwise, clearly, when I'm not forced to use it, not forced, you know, the project doesn't force me to do anything, but it encourages me. So when I am not encouraged to use it, I only used it once since the beginning of the year. But let's focus on the successes. I will try to use some of the mattes down here more. I'll try to use the shimmer more, and try to get pan on this one would be amazing. But I'm really proud of the successes, like I said, the progress I made, especially in those middle shimmers, those 3, the bubblegum pink one, the champagne one, and then the purpley pink one. I am proud of that progress for sure. But that's my Pan That palette. I'm not going to keep chatting away. Like I said, I have my goals. I will try to get this shimmer more use because I think it's cute. I will try to get pan on this. I will try to use these mattes down here more, especially in this corner. My Pan Those Eyeshadows, the other project, is mostly green, and like the green will look cute mixed with the pinks and all of that. The purple would be interesting, but it's not the first combo that comes to mind for me. I've been mostly doing green looks on their own and not mixing them with anything. Today I was proud of myself for thinking of mixing green with yellow. Wow. Groundbreaking. But I don't know what it is. It takes me a little bit of thinking lately about incorporating any other color into the greens. But like the bubble gum with the greens would look so cute. Some of these shimmers on top of the green are going to look so great. That is my Pan That palette. I did pretty good. Next thing, so I don't keep on rambling at you, is bonus. This is bonus material, bonus features. No bloopers, bonus features. Hope that's okay with you. I went back and looked through my whole collection Project Pan video, the latest one. Not all the items that I was covering in that video will be covered today, only the ones that are exciting to me, honestly. And then I'll introduce some new items after I do that. But let's go with the more boring one. This Sugar Ball Cushion Cheek Color, this was in my project before. I'm going to keep it in my project. It's my oldest cream blush, so I'd like to get more use out of it. It still works fine. It looks super cute on my cheeks. It looks great with the Morphe Such a Gem palette, so that will stay in. I'd love to hit pan on that. I haven't hit pan on a blush before, except this one. This is the Milk Work smaller size blush. My mom gave this to me because she got it as a birthday gift from Sephora and she knew I'd like it. It was starting to get a weird kind of like waxy smell. It had a weird smell, but it was a really beautiful color. I used it till the end, so I even dug in there a little bit. I didn't dig completely in there. There's still some stuff down there. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna dig like crazy. I really like this blush. I'm not gonna buy it again. It's a solid color for me. It's this kind of rosy neutral tone. I just don't want to buy it. Like, I think I can get that color elsewhere. There are other blushes that aren't too dissimilar from this color in my collection. Like, this one was pretty perfect, but I like to explore different stuff. Would love to finish more blushes. No, I don't want to show you the other exciting thing yet. Well, there's actually a lot of exciting things, but I'll go over this gloss first. This is the Fenty Beauty gloss. I want to get rid of this. It's named Sweet Mouth, and it's a small size. You can see how it roughly is leveling out in the middle there. It's this pinky, like, cool tone kind of gloss. It's very light. I'll show you like a little one. Wow. I am trying to curate my lip collection more, so that's why this was initially put in. I like the Fenty glosses, but I do not like how beat up they end up looking. And other Fenty gloss of mine I used to have, like the cap became unglued from the inside and the cap just wears away. I don't like that wear and tear happens so easily with the Fenty products, at least with the glosses, but I do like the formula a lot. I like the shape, but outside of that, it just looks a little junky to me now, and I'm trying to get rid of more lip products. This one's feasible. I could finish this. I could get it out of my collection and really curate my lip products so that I like know what everything is and I'm not overwhelmed. The lips have gotten a little out of hand, okay? You get like a free lip when you do an order. You get a free lip with a perfume, which surprised me. You get gifted lipsticks from people. My lipsticks are out of control. And it's not just lipsticks, it's glosses, all that stuff. But trying to wrangle it in, lasso it, you know, like a rodeo clown. The clowns don't do that, but I do. If I was a rodeo clown, I'd lasso stuff, you know? I'd break the rules. All Talk. So now it was on its side. You can see some of the gloss coming out. It's kind of been stuck on the sides and I have not been able to access it. This is ColourPop So Juicy Lip Gloss, again in All Talk, and I finished it. So that is pretty much done. I am not going to go after this stuff. This looks gross. This looks like raw chicken right now, like the wrapping. To me, it looks like the raw chicken packaging. So I don't want to look at it anymore. But yay, curation of the lip products. Last object from the last whole collection project pan video I want to show you was this Bare Minerals bronzer. The label's wiped away, but I think it's the lighter one. And I was given this, I had like a lot of points. I think it was a 500 point kit of Bare Minerals stuff from Sephora. There was like a lip, there was this, there was a powder, there was really good stuff. I think a little mascara, I'm not sure. This is the item that has been really lasting forever. A few weeks ago, I finally got pan. Hello, beautiful. Oh my god. It's been years, guys. It's been years of me using this bronzer with little breaks of using this bronzer and that bronzer. But this has been my primary bronzer for years. Ever since I got it. It's a freaking little sample. Again, like the milk sample lasted me forever. This lasted me forever. I'm not using makeup every day, but I'm not using it like once a month. I'm using it quite a bit to me. And it has been withstanding the test of time like nobody's business. Here, I'll give you a little zoom up. I took a picture of it. I'll pop the picture up. I took a picture of it when I first hit pan and I freaking couldn't believe it. I kept for months seeing the dip and being like, it's gonna happen, right? Like I'm gonna hit pan. When am I gonna hit pan? It's not happening. It's still not happening. But then this happened. So I'm thinking that I will be able to finish this up really quickly. I would love to get this out of my collection. Granted, my bronzer collection of things is really tame, but I'm happy to get this out. I feel like I owe soon. Out soon. It's not done yet, Angela. Don't get too excited. I know I don't owe companies anything. Like, you literally don't owe corporations shit. But, like, this sample has lasted me so long. It's like I feel like I owe Barnes & Noble. I want to go to Barnes & Noble later. I'm picking back my hobby of reading. I'm picking it back up and I'm so happy. But, okay. I feel like I owe Bare Minerals a little bit because, like, this bronzer actually is so beautiful. Like, it's easy to blend. It's nice on my face. Nice on my face. Moving on now, because I finished with these two items, I'm going to roll in 3 more just to keep it spicy. I'm going to roll in another So Juicy lip gloss. The So Juicy lip gloss formula, I don't really care for so much. It's really gloopy. This is Big Slice. This came out with the watermelon palette that they had forever ago. What was it called? I don't remember. I owned the palette. Oh, Lord. Oh.
Main squeeze, Angela. Main squeeze.
I don't remember what it's called, but this came out around the same time, I believe. I, surprisingly, again, through free things or people gifting me stuff, have quite a few red glosses, and I'd like to get rid of them. This, I don't think I will pan even this year, but I want to be able to work on it a bit. I want to make some progress, so I'm moving this one into my little bonus at the end of the Pan That palette. I'm also going to put, let me read with my bad eyes. My mother-in-law gave me a MAC Mini lip glass set forever ago. And this is a more brownie nude that I have. And it is called On the Eve. So I'm wondering if it was like a holiday pack. But I actually think I could pan this. Again, another mini like the Fenty. This is a mini. This is a mini. Unfortunately, this is a full size, but I would love to finish it someday. And this is much more my speed. You can't tell today, but browns are usually my go-to lip color. This one, I think I actually have a really good chance of finishing more than these other lip glosses. The last item I want to roll in is another blush, because eventually this blush I will not want to really use, okay? I'm not much of a things should happen in certain seasons, but I do believe that this peachy color looks really great in shiny, yellowy sun, shiny sun. But you know what I mean, like this looks not so great in the cool light of winter. It looks beautiful when it's a golden sun kind of shining upon your beautiful little faces. I'm gonna roll in the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Soft Peach. So in the Duo, these were huge. I have 2 of them. These were huge a while ago. And the Soft Peach, if I remember right, was really popular. It worked for a lot of people my skin tone. And this is the Duo as it is now. There's my matte with a decent dip in it, and the shimmer with the pattern worn away in many areas. So I'm excited to focus on this a bit more. It would be great if I hit pan in one of these areas, but I'm not too mad if I don't. The shimmer I'm really excited about using because I love blush shimmers. I will go so shiny cheeks on you, you won't even believe. Those items are coming in. Those 3 new items along with these 3 older items. It's these 6 items that I will keep in my whole collection project pan at the end of my Pan That Palette videos. I hope you liked my Pan That Palette video and the bonus material at the end. You guys are so great. You're so sweet. You can even just read the comments that you all have left me. If you want to kind of get a vibe for the community that has surrounded me on YouTube, I am very grateful for the kindness and just like not even just kindness, because it's a lot of people that have been leaving comments have been so supportive and understanding. I just really, really appreciate it, and I won't keep going on and on and on, but I love you guys. Like I really parasocial relationships all over you, but I really do like appreciate you guys a lot. So thank you for watching this video. Also, if you're playing Pokemon Go and you want a buddy, here's my like username. Become my friend and let me send you gifts. Be my friend on Pokemon Go. You know, I have like so many new friends now on Pokemon Go. And it's cool to see where everyone lives. Like, I don't know. Is that creepy? I hope you're doing well mentally and physically. And I hope you just have a great day. And do something fun for yourself, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.